Hey, what's up, guys? Today I thought I would go over a review for the movie that I just saw in theaters at an early screening. It's a movie that is not out yet, but it's going to be out soon, so why not just review it? I'm not going to have any spoilers here, spoiler free, so feel free to watch it if you haven't seen the movie, which I'm assuming you have not. This movie is called Gillman, Teenage Kraken. It's a kids movie, an animated movie. A lot of movies I usually will say, are, when you have an animated movie, it should be for everyone. There are a lot of animated movies, though, that are targeted for kids. I think of specifically the Pixar films. And this was very similar to a Pixar movie. It was better, though. It felt like Zootopia mixed with Turning Red. Although it did, remind me of the movie. It didn't remind me of Elemental at all, but I was thinking that was a movie that came out a little earlier. And it's funny, the animation in Elemental might be a little better. It might have a little more of a unique quality to it, but I thought Gillman, it had a better story, and as unoriginal or as kind of like recycled as Gillman felt, like you've 100% seen stories like this. The twist, I knew it was coming because the movie didn't, hide it. Like in the trailers, they just show you the twist. But I also you can kind of tell what's coming. Still, it didn't take certain risks I wish it had taken. It really does follow that same formula that Turning Red does, where you can turn into this giant creature, during an awkward phase in your teenage life. It has that same, teen romance kind of put in, not like, taking front and center stage, but it's there. And it has that, eccentric group of friends. It hits all those right notes. I like that. I think it's it's doing more good than bad. It's not doing really any bad. It just isn't, something that I was like, wow, this is original. The first 20 minutes are pretty promising, and then it kind of just becomes like, a movie that you'd expect it to be. I really don't like to oversell things or say, this is incredible. I still think it's very, cute. I think it's funny. I think the humor is something that young kids will like. And I think that this is a good movie to take your, 10-year-old to 11-year-old maybe. You could be a young teenager and enjoy this. I think that there is something to be said for that, though. Like, the animation itself might not be crazy impressive. It has some pretty well-known voice actors. Will Forte is in this. Lana Condor, she's the star as Ruby Gillman. Jane Fonda is in this. Annie Murphy is in this. And Toni Collette is in this. It has a really big cast. It's just not like a story that I was, over the moon about. I think that it has really good humor. It's trying to be funny and quick paced and fast. And sometimes you need a movie to be like that. Elemental was not like that at all. It had humor that was very dated, like very dad jokey. You know what I mean? This movie is very much with it. It kind of knows like that kids are gonna want something fast paced. And I do feel like it's so similar to Turning Red that it was probably like written around the same time, but they waited like just to release it because they didn't want it to be. It's also a little similar to The Little Mermaid, but it came out a month after that. Still, I enjoyed Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. It was cute. And yeah, that's sometimes all you need for a movie that you're going to take your kid to. You don't need it to be something so, crazy or deep. It doesn't even have to be like Minions. Like sometimes I would say, the Minions movies could be very good where there are just gags and it's brilliant, an assault of gags. But this was just a safe film, fine. And I honestly do hope you, can go see it if you're in the mood for something like this, because it was a fine movie and it does deserve to be seen. So let me know what you guys think of Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken when you go see it. Thank you guys for watching.